Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for another edition of the Greg Cherry Show. And of course, the reigning WTC champion, Greg Cherry, alongside Jeff Meacham, as we are every single Wednesday. And we got a lot to talk about, as we normally do. And before we get into all of that, I do want to say I'm going to put this scrolling across the screen because I laid out a challenge to everybody out there last week on the show. So if you want to donate to the show, the link is there. The link is in the description. If you're watching on the Greg Cherry brand, it should be the pinned comment. And if we get 10 wheel spins over the course of the next 3 weeks, and I do want to stress this, it is not 10 wheel spins per show, although that would be awesome. It is 10 wheel spins combined over the next 3 shows. And if that happens, I'm going to smash an egg on top of my head at the beginning of the first show in May and sit in it for the entire hour. So if you needed some incentive, there you go.
Yes, because if you watched Talk Wrestling yesterday, we hit one goal on the Jeff Meacham Network side of things. And again, I have to thank our buddy Dwayne Atkinson for that, because he put us over the hill. Over the hill sounds really bad because I'm almost 40, but over the hump, if you will. We are indeed going to be doing the watch along, God help us all, of WrestleMania Backlash coming up on May 8th. That'll be Noah and James, much to James's chagrin, along with JJ and myself. And thank you again to Dwayne Atkinson for the final $50 push. But that doesn't mean we need to stop the super chats coming. Nay, because in addition to Greg Cherry, if he gets the wheel spins with the egg smashing, because Lord knows abject humiliation is a beautiful thing, even if it is the greatest wrestling trivia mind of our time. The more you super chat either channel, the better the equipment gets, the better the quality of the shows get. Everything improves with y'all's help. So thank you all for getting us over the hump. And again, James is just stirring his own shit about having to call a B show. So it's one of those deals. But I'm excited. I was watching another NWO type documentary on the Peacock app this morning. So I am NWO'd out. I'm still chilling for UWW because of tomorrow night's interview. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my Coke Zero, and off we go.
Yes. And as we get into the show, we are going to look at the following things. We are going to be talking about sports and entertainment, as we always do. We put wrestling talk, but let's face it, we delve into sports and all that. And my StreamYard is being incredibly slow. There we go.
There it goes.
I have no idea what this is. I'm going to be completely honest.
I also already did it, so you can go ahead and glaze over that one, because that was just a reminder.
Okay, cool.
Super chat, kids. So.
Yeah, weird state laws from Louisiana, and the Wednesday Q&A, as we always do. A little bit of a somber note. Yeah, a little bit of a somber note to talk about, as it was mentioned in Josh's text. What a tragedy about Dwayne Haskins. I mean, that's just an incredibly sad thing that happened. And Dwayne Haskins, of course, passing away after being hit by a car in southern Florida while he was working out. Incredible tragedy. And he will sorely be missed. He played for Ohio State, played for
That's right.
Washington, and most recently was with the Steelers. And yeah, it's such a shame. You never want to see anybody's life taken so quickly, so young. And he will absolutely, all the words that people have spoken about him, he will absolutely be missed, not just on the football field, but as a human in general.
Yeah.
So.
Not to make haha of it, but you and I have both experienced it either as a passenger or driver. Driving in Southern Florida is not a happy thing. So, like, the highways, and again, you haven't been to California much, so there's not a whole comparison, but maybe the missus can explain in more detail. The highways in Florida are way wider, and there's more of a it's seemingly a better flow, especially out here in California. LA traffic, as everybody knows, sucks a big one. So you would think with the Florida highways, the way they're laid out, they'd be better and safer, but it's not. Driving in Florida or being a passenger in a car in Florida is a scary, scary thing. And this just goes to show, anything can happen. Vince, here, let me get my Vince McMahon prop out here. Guys say anything can happen in the WWE, anything can happen in life, and it's horrible, and it is a tragedy because the guy had nothing but the future ahead of him. Like you said, he played at the Ohio State, and man, we loved him as Ohio State fans when he was here, when he was there, excuse me, and just awful. And again, played with Washington, was with the Steelers, as you mentioned. It's almost like it happened now, so the organization will have time to grieve, time to process before they have to actually hit camp, which is not a blessing necessarily, but definitely will ease the burden of having to go into camp knowing that they're not going to have him along for the ride come August. So,
right.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's not a time to think about football in a situation like this. Like I after hearing that, I was like, I don't care what the Steelers quarterback room looks like. It's like, this is a tragedy. You focus on that. Hopefully the Steelers honor him. I'm guessing Washington will honor him and Ohio State will honor him this season, because you never want to see this happen to anybody.
No,
it's a tragedy that goes beyond the game of football. Like, you don't want to see it. It wouldn't matter if it happened to like somebody on the Patriots or the Ravens. Yeah. It's like that doesn't matter. Like, it was a human being first, a football player second. So, absolutely tragic loss of Dwayne Haskins. Yes. And yes, Dwayne, we were actually just talking about you a little bit ago, putting Jeff over the $100. But yes, we are talking about Dwayne Haskins because.
And Dwayne, I did mention to Greg earlier in a conversation, then when we came on the air, that your request for making the accomplishment happen was to be a challenger on next week's Jack of All Trades, and he made it clear to me, DM him on Twitter, brother, because you want to be involved. By all means, get a hold of the champ. We'll make it happen. So,
yep. You would actually be our fourth, because I got our third a little bit ago.
There we go. All right. Well, there it is. So,
Catherine Faith, I rarely comment, but I want to thank you, fellas, for an entertaining passing time in between taking my calls here at work. I enjoy your content immensely. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Kat. I get the rare opportunity to talk to Kat on the telephone more often on the socials, if you will. But she is one of our biggest sports biggest fans. She's actually one of the few that actually bought the yellow variant of the Meach Mania shirt. God bless her for that.
Wow.
And it was so funny. My brother was watching a spring training game and saw a yellow Hulkamania variant and swore up and down it was one of mine. I said, unless it's Catherine at a Dodger spring training game, which I'm doubting, it wasn't us. It wasn't me. So, thank you, Patrick. But yeah, she's great. She's actually one of the few that's bought the Meach Mania shirt, period. So we love Kat here on the channel. So, and God bless you passing time with us, because Lord knows taking calls at work is almost never a happy experience. So we're glad we can help you pass the time of this hour that we're with you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, and hopefully you keep enjoying more content, because we are going to talk about Jack of All Trades in a little bit.
Pump it out, man. That's it.
And we got a ton of content here, not just this show, but we appreciate you. We appreciate you for joining us. Josh, yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Baker interview, because I saw that earlier, and wow, it was kind of what I figured.
Yeah,
what was happening with the Browns organization, with how much they paid Deshaun Watson, and yeah, they blindsided Baker Mayfield from the sounds of it.
Oh, they totally did.
There's no way around that. The Cleveland Browns themselves as much as they possibly could in this situation.
Yes,
and it's going to be rough times and near the mistake from the lake, or the mistake near the lake, rather, as we like to say. But yeah, it's wow.
Josh can't catch one stream.
The show is hosted by a Steelers fan. What do you expect?
There has not been one.
You're not going to get sympathy from me.
Since Josh came into the fold, there's always some sort of friggin'. It's so funny.
Listen,
to me. Oh my God.
Listen, now if something tragic happened to Baker, like I would put that aside.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but But like this is like, man, the Cleveland organization is just a mess, and it has been since '99.
That's gonna say
Realistically,
since they left the first time and went to Baltimore. Both teams, just a friggin' train wreck.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, I'm a Cowboys fan who are on a perpetual freaking course to oblivion on the train tracks. Good lordy. So, and see, and that's the beautiful thing about this stream stuff is, even as a Steelers fan, he's still 100%, 110% mark for Greg Cherry. So that's what it's all about, and we love that shit.
Hey, listen, I love Sean Ross Sapp, and he's a Bengals fan. Okay, we'll clash during football season, but otherwise, he's a good dude.
Hey, you know what? Sean got to do an entrance out of GCW the last time they had an outing, and he was happy as a dicky bird. So good on him, man. So
I got punched in the nuts by Denise.
Well, you know what? If Denise punched you in the nuts, you've probably earned it. I'm not going to lie.
Well, yeah.
Because Denise is Hollywood Denise Salcedo, not so much, but Denise Salcedo is pretty even too.
That was totally Hollywood Salcedo. Maybe a little bit, Denise.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah. The Cleveland Brown situation is not favorable. And we still got a couple. It's not even the draft yet. We still got 2 weeks.
No. That's it. And yes, Josh, to be fair, Sean deserved it for the headbutt he gave Denise. So it all came full circle for the both of them. So it's
at least it wasn't like a shoot headbutt. It was just like a tap.
Right.
Even then.
Nor was it a shoot nut shot, thank goodness. But it's just yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to love WrestleMania weekend. It brings out the best in everybody.
It really does. It should definitely be interesting next year.
Yes. Oh my God. Dude.
Gotta try and meet all the people next year. And that's coming from this guy who has serious social anxiety. It's like, I'm excited to meet people. That's saying something.
Well, you've got, including the pre-weekend shenanigans, you got a little over 350 days to come to terms with it. So, and honestly, when we think about the schedule we've laid out, you are the point man. The Great Cherry Show is the first thing we're going to do once everybody's here. So,
yeah, we'll figure out travel plans and stuff. That may be depending on work schedule like that. I may have to be here for that, but
of course
we'll see what happens.
Whether you're in your office in Oil City or whether you're at the Airbnb sitting next to me or wherever you be, the Greg Cherry Show will lead off the shenanigans for WrestleMania Week 2023 because that's the Wednesday before, and Monday and Tuesday is kind of what they are because you've got Ask the Dads and Raw Review for Aaron, then you've got Talk Wrestling for myself, and probably something with Aaron on his channel since it's Tuesday before WrestleMania. So you are the man Wednesday night because you've got you, then we've got Dynamite, then we've got Aaron's stuff at Post Dynamite. So you are the official point man for WrestleMania week, whether you're here or there, my friend.
Josh, is that the event Memorial Day weekend?
I believe that's what he's referring to. So
okay.
I'm not going, unfortunately, because it's too close and I got too much other shit booked as it is.
Well, it's not too close. You're in California. Ohio's.
Close as far as timing wise.
Gotcha.
Put it this way. I've got UWW coming up at the end of May, like the second to last week of May. Depending on how things work out, I may stay that week in Vegas and do the pre-Double or Nothing stuff and then actually hit Double or Nothing that Sunday and then come home and do the show at the Forum. So a lot of balls in the air, but yeah, everything's just too close off. It's kind of like the Jericho Cruise is too close to WrestleMania next year because it's like early February and then I got to be at Mania in early April. That ain't gonna fly money-wise. So
Marshall's asking a question. I know we normally do the Q&A, but I do want to address this one. Do you work for yourself during the day, or is the Greg Cherry brand your job similar to No DQ's Aaron West's job? The Greg Cherry brand is unfortunately not my job.
No.
This is something I really do for the fun of it. Would I like it to be my job? Absolutely. Yes. But, I have to be able to pump out the content and have, hundreds of people consistently watching to do that. Which unfortunately for me is not the case. But we're getting there. I appeared on Quizlemania once. Hopefully it's a repeat thing where my name is a little more familiar. But yeah, we will see. But yeah, I work as a government contractor during the day, which is pretty good work.
Well, before we get to the super chat, let me just because if I don't,
Is that on your
I want to share it.
I think that one's on yours too, by the way.
It probably is, but that's okay. We'll still count toward both because I'm counting toward both because Aaron got my 50 yesterday, so we have to work that out on off the air, which I was going to be an adventure. But JJ, glad you can make it, brother. I know you've been out working doing the lift thing all day, so glad you made it in time for the majority of the show. But Kat, I love you, girl. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. My small contribution to seeing Greg smash an egg over his head live next month. There you go.
I'm gonna put this in the chat too for.
Yeah, let me. That's actually a good point. Let me double check. It's either way, we'll get the money going here. That's actually a good point. Let me double check. I know I'm echoing. That's always happening. Okay, yeah, definitely on mine. It's definitely on mine, which is fine. It's that's the problem with the cross pollination. Is that we always get a little mixed up there, but that's okay.
I'll check my stuff, Dwayne, after the show.
Well, either way, like I said, you're the fourth contestant. We'll get you squared away for next week.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to do something I haven't done in a few weeks.
All right. Yes.
I'm going to share the
Wheel
screen.
spins. Let me get the banner off of there so you can actually see what the hell we're doing. Boop. There we go.
So we are a fifth of the way to the goal.
There you go. Never a bad thing to be. Yeah, and again, you're not at the end of last week's show, so the fact that you're a fifth of the way there and we've still got 2 more full shows, another 45 to go here, man, I am so appreciative of the audience supporting and making things happen for us because you and I have both been struggling for that for a long time. So it's cool the audience is finally getting behind us and doing their thing. We love you guys for that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's just me making a mess of myself on the air. That's
Which
all the
never a
incentive
bad
we need. Tell you what, if we get to 200, I'll dump an entire thing of chocolate syrup over my head.
Oh, Jesus, very many. See,
if
this is why I'm going on the bets.
200.
Well, the thing is, the last time I went in on a bet or a thing with anybody, I ended up losing my hair along with Aaron's, and there we go. 2 more from Dwayne, another 20. Jesus.
Yeah, there it is.
Keep on it coming. Pretty sure that's on mine too.
Not to discourage this, but I wouldn't mind if you guys use the link too that I posted.
Yeah, I was going to say the link definitely helps Greg out much more than it helps either of us out. Yeah. Although that one was on your brand, so that was good. So.
Oh, is that one on mine?
Yep, that one's on yours.
Okay, it didn't come through yet, so.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
So we're getting 4 wheel spins here to kick things off.
2 for Kat, 2 for Dwayne.
Yeah.
Remember, Kat and Dwayne, if you're watching,
first,
if it lands on something you have to interact with, make sure you give us your choices.
Yep. Oh boy, here we go. Kat's first spin of 2.
Yes. You can make it so I can see I can't see the wheel. It's so tiny on my screen here.
Uh-oh.
Not row.
Oh, oof.
Oh,
it almost landed on bankrupt.
That would have sucked for Kat's first spin ever. That would have been a buzzkill.
Yeah, right. It's the only bankrupt space on there, but it just stayed on.
Just hung onto the 20. Oof.
Yeah.
There you go. $1 per 1 sit up. There you go.
Yeah. Kat's next spin.
Yes, Kat's next spin. If he has more exercise, Greg's gonna die. Well, good thing he's not here in the heat. Oh, we gotta do the sit-ups doing macho time. That's the greatest kind of sit-up. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna be talking like macho. Dwayne, let's get yours in before I do the sit-ups because if I have to play the Body Donna music, I want to get it all done in one fell swoop. All right.
That's right. Get it all together, brother. How much you get the Macho Man figure out and about now? I put it back in the bin in Dylan's room. Oh,
Dwayne, you get an entrance. All right.
I think we should pop in circumstance, have you walk in, do the sit-ups. It all tied in together.
Yeah, just combine it all.
That's right. Let's see if we get on the fourth one.
20 squats. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. This screams doing the Macho Man throughout the whole thing now. Okay, cool.
Okay. So an entrance. Dwayne, let me know what entrance you want me to do. I have
20
to do
squats.
20 sit-ups and 20 squats.
All while doing Macho
I need to
time.
figure out the camera angle for this.
That's going to be the fun part, is doing the cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we
The
go.
squats I can do and leave the camera where it's at, but
yeah. So Marshall's being very nice and saying that if you hit a bankrupt, he'll shave his head on video. You can put it on the Great Cherry Show. So there you go.
there you go.
God bless you guys.
Oh
Lord.
Okay. See, this would be the time where I switch the camera angle and freaking I have to move it anyway.
There you go.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so 20
squats, which is never. It's probably worse than sit-ups, honestly. Oh, excuse me. There was a. Oh, geez. JB3 with the horrible idea of Nikki Bella's entrance. Let's not do that one. Jesus. So Kat's saying, "Oh my God, Kurt Angle that hair off." Jesus.
That is not a wheel off.
I know for a fact that Jen likes Greg's hair, so we're not going to be doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess me where I'm seeing I'll have to give a shit about my appearance. So, you know.
I think it would take a lot more than 10 wheel spins to get that to happen.
Yeah. That'd be the full 200 up front to get Jen to cop of that idea.
At the very least.
At the very least.
All right. Dwayne, let me know what entrance you want me to do.
Yeah.
While I do the sit-ups, because this might take me a minute.
Yes.
Squats, not as much. Those won't be bad.
Right. Oh, I know Greg can do it. I'm not saying he can't, JB3. I'm just... Trust me. Trust and believe he can do the bell angel. I'm not going to explain how I know that, but I know he can. It's a matter of, do we want to see it live on the air is the key. All right. Body Donna's entry, or Body Donna sit-ups for the WTC World Champion. Yeah. 1, 2, get it up to 3. And now we've got 4 and one more for 5. And then he breaks because that's what he does. He's going to take a little siesta there.
I just want to say I'm more exhausted because I had COVID. I'm blaming that.
There you go.
Not because I'm out of shape.
That's right. That's right. Number 5 is in the books, and we got 6, and then we got 7, and then we've got 8, and then number 9, and then number 10. Oh, yeah, we're halfway. Halfway, brother. By the way, Greg, Dwayne saying
this is stupid.
Number 11 and 12, 13, 14, and one more for 15, and then we can break again. Yeah. All right. 5 more, and then we're done. Then we're done with the sit-up part of the show. 16, 17, and then we got 18. Nope.
I'm getting there.
We're getting there, brother. 18, I don't know why I did brother for Macho Man. I don't know why I said that. 19 and one more. Cream of the crop. 20, yeah, dig it. So Dwayne's officially asked for either Nikki ASH or Naomi. Naomi's a little hard to pull off in that environment. Depends how much blue light, black light you have in there.
All right, squats. This shouldn't be as bad.
No, squats are easier. Yeah. I know it's the cherry crest. It looks like the Hogwarts crest. Just throwing it out there. Yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and one more makes it 5. And then we got 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there, brother. 11. I did brother again for Macho Man. I gotta stop doing that brother shit. This is for the Hulkster, not
Macho Man said brother too. It's
14, 15, and then we are at 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Yeah. Okay, Dwayne. The thing with Brodus Clay is you have to have Edge comment after for the freaking Thunder Thighs comment because that's funnier than shit.
All right. So what entrance am I doing?
All right. So Dwayne can't seem to make up his decision here. So Dwayne, what's it going to be? Is it Nikki ASH? Is it Naomi? Is it Brodus Clay? Or somebody who we haven't mentioned yet. Or do you want to see a Macho Man entrance? Because we know Greg can do that better than almost anybody. It is hot back here. All these lights on me. I'm not going to lie.
It's like 60-some degrees here. So,
yeah, well, I'm also inside in the back. And between the lights beating on me and the sun beating on my walls and windows. Brodus Clay is the choice of Mr. Atkinson, sir.
All right.
Which I think is bullshit because Brodus totally ripped the music off of the Cat Ernest Miller, who's one of the best entrances in wrestling.
He absolutely did, but
that's okay.
All right.
I'll give it up. I do my fucking Eccles thing here in the background. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody please call my mom. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody call my mama. Somebody please.
Dance, right?
That's right. There you go. That's it. I was trying to do my worst impression of Taz singing along when Ernest Miller came out to this, and it wasn't working on any level, so it's okay.
I don't know when the cat was there.
Exactly. Brodus Clay, Funkadactyls. Yeah, dig it. Funkasaurus up into his house. Wow. Watching me in his house is weird.
All right. Did I do everything?
Entrances. Yes, because I was doing the macho talk while you were doing everything else, so we're good to go.
Cool.
Good Lordy. Woo. $40 will get you the entertainment on the Greg Cherry Show. Yeah. Now, you tell me, you go to Vegas, spend $40. You didn't get that kind of entertainment? Shit, no.
No, you get it here on the Greg Cherry Show.
That's it. Everybody's loving it. There
Good. You go. Tell more people to come in and donate so I can do more stupid shit.
That's right. That's right. We encourage stupid shit and shenanigans on this channel, damn it.
Send them to the brand.
That's it. Greg Cherry brand super chats are your friends, brothers.
Send them to the Streamlabs link.
Yeah, Streamlabs link more better because it goes right to him. So there you go. All right. Well, we'll let Greg gather
what else happened
together
in the sports world?
Oh, geez, Well, it was pointed out to me the Ducks are officially out of the Stanley Cup playoffs thanks to our friends in Chicago, which anytime Chicago wins in sports, unless they beat us, I'm okay with it. So,
right.
Go Hawks. Once again, the Hawks beat the Ducks in hockey. It's circle of life, folks. If you know, you know. If you don't, go watch the first movie. Anyway, let's see what else we got here in the chat room. There it goes.
Well, the Penguins are third in the Metropolitan behind the Hurricanes and the Rangers. They're lost.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are doing quite well, actually. So,
the loss to the Islanders was not fun yesterday.
No.
I mean, we got a point out of it, but whatever.
Yeah, and, freaking Vegas played yesterday, and Vancouver let them get a point out of it. They won in overtime, but it's like, thanks a lot, Vancouver. Y'all had one job yesterday, you schmucks.
Yeah. Yeah, Pens and Islanders went to a shootout, so.
Oh, jeez. Islanders are low-key dangerous. They've been kind of under their radar all year, but they've been really starting to come into their own here the last little while. So don't be surprised if they make a major push and try to regain the 80s glory they had. So, yeah, Dwayne requesting Molina split from Greg at entrances is still a far-off dream for the moment, but we'll get there.
I have the flexibility of a pretzel rod, so if you want to see me break in half, then yeah. You pay the $10 and my medical bills, and I'll do the Molina entrance.
That's right. Send your money to me, Al Franken. speaking of shenanigans, buy the shirt there on the Jeff Meach Network and the Great Cherry brand. There you go. So it all ties in together. Oh, gotta love it.
I need to move my shirt somewhere else.
We do. We're still working on it. Teespring is what it is for the moment, but we're and Pros and Tees has that rep. But like I said, I went ahead and did the one shirt, so we'll see. We're still exploring options, folks. So stand by on that news. And speaking of news, Josh is mentioning Derek Carr news, which I'm unfamiliar with. So
yeah, well, he got re-signed by the Raiders, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
It was like a 3-year multi-million-dollar deal, I'm sure.
Something like that. Oh, and Josh has been heavily, every time he appears on one of my shows, promoting your wrestling is real politics or work by the shirt. So yes, definitely buy that shirt because that's a shoot.
that is a complete shoot.
Complete shoot. That one and the one about going back into quarantine. He's not sick. People just suck. Those are neck and neck for my favorites for Greg right there.
Well, it wasn't quite 140 million. I saw 121, but that's still a ridiculous amount of money for 3 years.
That's obscene.
Yeah. The Raiders are going all in with Derek Carr. So,
hey, you know what? The Raiders came closer than they've come in a long time, so they need to go on something. So they need to get over that last little hurdle to get into the promised land. And again, no trade clause, which is a big thing in the NFL. It's the same thing in sports. You figure we had a guy who, I forget who it was. Somebody in the chat room help me out here with the research because that boy's not here, of course. There was somebody that in the NHL that had no trade clause. Research was not done, and they tried to trade him. I think it was to the Ducks, and he was like, "No, he said I'm not going to Anaheim." And the NHLPA had a huge shitstorm on their hands over it. It was crazy. So,
yeah.
Oh, it's again, sport. It's so funny to be an adult and be a sports fan at the same time because when you're growing up as a kid, you don't really see the nuances of what goes on, much like wrestling in the pre-internet age. You don't know what happens back here behind the cameras and everything. You just, hey, they're great players. Hey, it's a great sport. Hey, it's this. But now it's like pulling back the veil on a magician. You know all the tricks, and it's like, God damn, these prima donnas just make too much money, and they can't just go play the friggin' game.
Yep.
So life is a work. Freaking wrestling's real. That's how it goes around here. Yes, please do that. Always the support, please, guys, everybody.
Yeah, because while the super chats are great, I'm not going to complain about them.
No.
Those are not as immediate of a payout as the Streamlabs link.
Yeah, because we've been pushing for the 100 because, quite frankly, guys, the 100 is what gets the payouts from YouTube. If we don't hit 100 in a month, we have to wait until the following month payout, and then we get the big lump sum, which is always a good thing to have money in your pocket or in your account, but you have to get there first. So,
yeah, and we don't have Wrestle Talk or Fightful levels of viewership, so anything helps.
No. Which is why this is so important, which is why the PayPal link I gave out on mine is so important because it goes right into the channel, the shows, our stuff, everything. It's immediate. So can't trust. Again, super chats are beautiful, and we appreciate everybody that super chats, everybody that donates, because again, we are it's pretty much girls in the mist here, man. We are a groundswell, fan supported project, and we appreciate everybody that donates. And again, thank you, Josh, thank you, Dwayne, for pointing out the word yet, because yet is a huge thing for all of us that we're not there yet. But one of the famous sayings that I hear all the time, people pass or people get right with God or right with their addiction. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Neither one of us are where we used to be as far as viewership, as far as fan support, but again, we're not where we want to be yet, and we will be one day. So hopefully soon.
One day. Josh says maybe we could do a 2022 draft watch along. Possibly. I mean, like that would be 3 hours of a lot of nothing. Kind of. I was
gonna say I won't. Yeah, I won't flat out say no to it because it'd be fun to try to have to create the graphics and have the stuff go along. But at the end of the day, like and again, this is me being completely biased into my sport. Unless it's an NHL draft, I have like no knowledge. So that'd be much more a group effort thing than just he and I by ourselves. So for what it's worth.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be able to cover the entire draft, obviously.
Right.
Probably just the first round.
Right. And see, the thing about hosting on your channel isn't bad because there's not, I mean, depending on what day or days the draft takes, it's not actually overlapping a whole lot of stuff. Whereas the other channels I'm on, be it JJ's, which is coming back soonish, we understand, my channel or Aaron's channel, there's always something. So
yeah, it would counter program the review. So
which is definitely a bad idea for on Aaron's front. So yeah, we will definitely look into the idea, but I wouldn't count on it happening right away. Especially this year with everything we already have booked between the 4 channels, and knowing that we are, as the wrestling world does, we're building toward WrestleMania next year, man. We've got so much stuff, and I can't even talk about it all today. We've got stuff coming up that I can talk more about what's happening, but it's just one of those where we're so booked, and the thing, it's the burden of knowledge and the burden of having stuff already canned or booked. It's like, yeah, we've got so much great stuff. There's just too much of it to go around, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Jack of all trades next week.
Yes.
Looking forward to the return of that. Unfortunately, you're not the champion anymore.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll hide that for the time being. Jack of all trades next week. If you've seen Quizlemania before, which, I mean, some people may have seen me on Quizlemania last month. It's my version, essentially. And It's been going since last summer. It took a little bit of a break due to the trivia tournament, but I'm so glad it's back because it's a lot of fun. I missed doing it during the tournament, but I was like, the tournament's the focus. That's what I want to make sure gets taken care of. And yeah, it's back next Thursday at 5:00 Eastern. I think now I finally have my complement of 4. Maddie Law is the current champion from WrestleBuddy. It's going to be a good time. And yes, it is the same day as Fan Quizlemania, which, as I've mentioned, Brett, it's pretty much your show now. Because I said as soon as I got on Quizlemania, I'm going to retire myself from Fan Quizlemania. So that's going to... My goal was accomplished, so I don't have to do Fan Quizlemania anymore. I might be there to watch, but I won't participate because... I mean, I'm an 8-time champion. What do I have to prove?
And for me, with Thursdays and Adam being so far ahead, trying to watch it on the road over here is a bitch, but I will do my best to watch. I'll definitely be watching Jack of all trades because I'll be here getting ready to do our I'll be not co-hosting, but simulcasting, I guess is the word. I'll be showing that off as well. So I'll be here. If nothing else, at least I'll be watching because I definitely want to have some sort of something going up on Thursday next week. That's the only weekday is next week, Thursday, that I don't have something booked. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and for people watching on any other platform but the Greg Cherry brand, Jack of all trades, and like all the WTC properties, is exclusive to the brand. So make sure you go subscribe to the Greg Cherry brand and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And we just told you when we're going live next Thursday, 5:00 Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. So there you go. Josh said Jack of all trades is so much fun, but terrifying for those of us who have been competitors. It's not an easy show. I don't make easy stuff. I really don't. And Jeff can attest to that, especially after the last episode. I don't make anything easy. No,
the fact that I got 0 points in the first round and was offered a, for lack of a better term, a pity screw at the end. So it was a tough day at the office. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed to be a rough day for you anyway, but I'm sure you'll be back in the fold at some point.
Like I said, I've got the unopened marker board and dry erase markers just ready to go, brother. So you let me know when you need me back, and I'll be happy to come back.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen sooner rather than later.
And the answer is how you get on Jack of All Trades is you DM Mr. Cherry on Twitter. If he's not following you, DM somebody that is, and we'll get you connected.
Yep. And as we are now 40% towards our goal of getting an egg smashed on my head in the first episode of May, we appreciate you. We accept the wheel spins all the way up to really the end of the show.
So what we should do is since the first Wednesday in May is going to be what it's going to be, we need to find a way to dye the egg either Imperial black and white or Rebel red for Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you right on your freaking 4th.
Is it really on May 4th?
It is.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means you'll have the Jeff Meacham that'll have had no sleep because I do a Star Wars marathon every May the 4th. So there will have been no sleep from a good old JM that day.
Oh, boy.
And what's funny is, so midnight going into Thursday is the season finale of Star Trek Picard and the series premiere of Strange New Worlds, which is the Captain Pike centric Star Trek series that's going to be on Paramount Plus. So as I showed Jay's schedule, we determined that the first week of May there will be no sleep unless I have to inject melatonin into my veins pretty much at this point for that first week. So.
Yeah, Brett, that could happen. That could happen.
If you get a wheel spin during the show and he's already got the egg smash, but again, that depends on you guys.
It really does. If you get me there, and it's like I said, now that it's seeming a little bit more like a possibility, if we get to 200 for the wheel spins, chocolate syrup.
Yeah, and even in May, and chocolate syrup can be either very hot and messy,
That's
or
gonna be so sticky.
Sticky, very sticky. Yeah, it's not January where it's cold and it just feels interesting. It's gonna be sticky and gross. 100 more. So there you go. And yes, Josh, I am a Star Wars fan. I'm more of a Star Trek nerd than a Star Wars nerd. But and as far as your take that Yoda versus Sidious in Episode 3 is better than Anakin and Obi-Wan, I don't know, man. You figure Yoda Sidious really didn't lead to anything other than the exile, whereas Anakin Obi-Wan had the great music behind it, and it had the true betrayal feel involved in the whole fight, and it really very much leads to what Vader becomes. So,
yeah.
There you go.
Cat's rooting for it to happen. Cat, let me tell you what. Get more people to donate, and you'll see it happen.
Bring them in.
Bring them all here, even if they're like first-time viewers. Just bring them all here, and they can see the insanity.
Spend the money. That's it.
Maybe I'll make it a monthly goal. You don't know.
That's right.
We'll see how the first one goes.
Gotta love it. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm glad he brought this up on the chat. Okay. All right. I wasn't alive in the 60s when Vince Lombardi was doing Vince Lombardi things out in Green Bay, so I don't know what was underlying or what we didn't know about Vince, but we do know about Belichick and his cheating bullshit. So the fact that he and Lombardi tied for the greatest coach of all time, or whatever lame ass poll that was conducted by, turn in your journalist cards, shut the hell up. Just go away.
The disrespect to Chuck Noll is what bothers me.
Right.
It's like he won more Super Bowls than Lombardi.
Yeah, he did.
Just because the trophy's named after Vince Lombardi doesn't mean that, he is a great coach. Do not get me wrong.
No.
But as far as Super Bowls go, Chuck Noll has more. Yes, I know Belichick has 6. Just shut the hell up, New England fans. But it's the fact of the matter.
Lombardi set the standard. Chuck Noll was one of the greatest things to happen in the NFL, period. He really was. Whereas Belichick is not. He's not. And it just
I'm so glad New England's not really in that conversation anymore.
No, yeah.
Ever since Brady left them, Like they've been a shell of themselves, and I'm kind of here for it.
I am too, because I said this when he was still there. If Brady were to get away from that stigma of Belichick, or if Belichick were to realize how much of a cancer he is and voluntarily resign as GM and head coach, I'd be fine with the Patriots. I really would. Boston notwithstanding, because Boston sports and me are not friends. We're just not.
Me neither.
I'm an LA boy, okay? Lakers and Celtics. Eesh. Kings and Bruins back in the 70s. Eesh. Yeah, not a happy LA boy when Boston sports does well, but the Patriots are, at least color scheme wise, America's team. They're WWE's favorite team, which I'm a WWE person. So it's just one of those where everything would work except for that piece of shit Bill Belichick. So, Josh, get the hell off. Just stop, Josh. No, Josh, you're fired. Instantly fired, Josh. Go away.
Should I go get my Aaron Judge jersey or what? It's hanging up in the closet.
Aaron Judge jersey and do the Shane O'Mac dance just to piss you off, Josh, because you don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted. He's doing one of my favorite wrestlers, but he's in the team I hate. Oh, no.
And yes, Bill Walsh was a beast of a coach, too. There's so many great coaches in the history of the NFL. You've got Landry, you've got Noel, you've got Walsh. It's just infuriates me that strictly because of numbers of championships, Belichick's in the discussion. He's a cheater, he's a schemer, and he's a piece of garbage in general. And it just irks me to know him that he's on that discussion. Anyway.
I think it was more Brady than him. I really do.
It was, and it's proven that because Brady went to I Love Y'all in Tampa, a shitstorm of an organization, and took him to the dance.
And won it.
And won the dance at that. So
yeah. I feel bad for Daisy with all the Tampa sports winning all at the same time, and she had to cover them all.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you feel bad for her exhaustion. Don't feel bad for her and all the freaking work that was thrown up in her lap. Like, yes, please. Busy for days. I'll take it.
Yeah.
God bless Daisy. Another jack of all trades contestant that we don't give her enough love to.
Yes. She won the very first episode.
She did. So there you
go. I would love to have her back, but I think it conflicts with her work schedule now that we go live.
Definitely does, but that's okay.
We'll have to get her back on the Greg Cherry show, though. Have to get her back.
And in all likelihood, being a fan, she'll probably be out here, if nothing else, in late March, early April. So we'll be looking forward to seeing everybody.
She may be up in this way for another one of my shows. We'll see.
What's that?
What?
What were you saying?
I said Daisy might be up this way for another one of my shows, but we'll see.
That'd be great too. Whatever works, man.
But all right, I don't know if we have enough time to go into laws, do we?
Well, here's the thing: we kind of put Q&A ahead in the queue, so technically we do.
Yeah, technically. All right, Louisiana. Maybe there's not a whole lot here.
We'll see.
Oh, there isn't. Okay, cool.
Even better.
There's 7.
Oh, 7. Lucky 7, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, lucky 7, Louisiana. So here we go. Louisiana. Oh, wait. That's 8. My bad.
Either way. 8 is enough.
Wait a minute. Why did it go to New Mexico? I clicked Louisiana.
I don't know. You must have clicked wrong
Louisiana.
somewhere. LOU. Not NEW.
Okay, there's way more. There's way more than 8 in Louisiana. Okay.
You know, considering that's where Dynamite is tonight, it still works. It's okay. So
yeah, hey, that does work out.
Jesus.
I forgot that.
That's right. We'll just run through them. Let's do the thing.
All right. In Louisiana, funny enough, fake wrestling matches are prohibited.
Well, okay, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, pull out of Louisiana. You're in trouble. It's the entire state.
Get the hell out of there now.
Yeah, that's literally the first one on
this list. Did not happen. It wasn't there. The streak lives. Damn it, the streak lives.
This one is weird, but I agree with it. One could possibly land in jail for 20 years upon urinating in the city's water supply.
I am 100% okay with that shit right there.
I support that too. Yeah,
seriously.
don't do that.
I will leave the parade to make sure that law stays in effect forever.
Let's see here.
Everybody's like, what the hell with the fake wrestling already? The chat room is blowing up like crazy on that one.
It is illegal to rob a bank and then shoot at the bank teller with a water pistol.
Okay, I'm of many minds of that, but the bottom line, if you're brave enough and ballsy enough to rob a bank with a water pistol, you deserve everything you get, good or bad.
Hey, if you're able to rob a bank with a water pistol, then
and the bank teller deserves every bit of water sprayed in his face in the first place.
Yeah, got it from Wendy Chu. All right. It is illegal to gargle in public places.
That's a mixed bag because of gargling. If you get caught with something in your throat and you have to there you go. Yeah. I mean, if you're choking on something and you're able to get out by gargling, that's kind of a safety thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh Lordy. Good night, Dwayne. Good to see you, bro.
One could land in jail for up to a year for making a false promise.
Is there game?
You know how many people would be screwed?
Oh Lord, help us. Okay. Whew. Arizona was a train wreck, cat. Jesus.
Oh yeah, we did that one
a couple times now. Yes.
Let's see. In New Orleans, Louisiana. Chasing fish in a city park is against the law.
That's
why are there fish on
thing?
Why are there fish out of water? They shouldn't be that hard to chase.
Yeah. And if you're chasing fish in the water, you are a dumbass.
Yeah.
Get a fishing pole and deal with it. Jesus.
Also in New Orleans, it is illegal to practice voodoo in the city limits.
Maybe now. I wonder when that was written, because clearly the entire history of the French Quarter is bullshit now.
Yeah. And Papa Shango can't go there.
Yeah, seriously. Well, Charles Wright doesn't deserve to go anywhere. He's a lion sack of shit. So anyway,
you're still mad about that.
I am still. I think I should be.
9 years ago.
I don't care. And it was 11. Anyway,
2013 was the Rumble he was in.
No, 2011 was the one where he lied directly to me about being involved in wrestling, and then he was at the damn Thomas and Mack the same night.
Oh.
Lion sack of shit. Anyway, carry on.
He was fabing you.
He totally fabed me for no reason. Freaking Goldberg me, which is even worse. Anyway.
Jeff, let it go. It was 11 years ago.
I will not. I will. No.
Jeffrey, let it go.
Nope. No, I will not.
I will backhand you when I see you in California.
You will not, because the God. Okay, so wait, because the Godfather family, you're gonna pimp slap. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I will pimp slap you, and it will make sense because it's about the Godfather.
Well, then we'll have to discuss that later. Move on with the law.
That'll hit you with a pimp drop. See how you like that.
If we get off the pimp drop together between the two of our coordinations, we earn every bit of money we get on every show going forward. Okay.
In Sulphur, Louisiana, saying obscene things on the telephone is illegal.
Good night, everybody. That's it. There may not be sex allowed in the Champaign. There's no phone sex allowed in the entire city. So there you
go. Also in New Orleans, back there, it's illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it.
That just screams multiple comments that we'll get thrown off the air for. Let's just keep going.
Right.
Jesus.
Let's see. Prisoners who hurt themselves could serve an additional 2 years in jail.
Because that's what we want to encourage is freaking. Oh my God.
And finally, this one's not too bad, but it's the last one I'm going to do. In New Orleans, Louisiana, Mardi Gras beads may not be thrown from a third-story window.
All right, Brad. So all you titty flashers, second tier or below. That's it.
Yep.
Make it happen.
I'm guessing if you throw from the third floor, you could like concuss somebody.
Yeah, third floor is high enough where even a string of beads will hurt somebody pretty bad if they hit him in the head. So yeah, I'd actually be okay with co-signing on that one.
All right, so we got a couple minutes left. If you guys have any last super chats or whatever, donate them to the link that you see on the screen. Again, yes. Should be the pinned comment on the Greg Cherry brand if you're watching there.
That's right. If you want to encourage Greg to work out so we can actually pull a pin drop off without killing each other, by all means, donate to the channel.
Hey, it's your job to post too, brother.
I'm more. Yeah. Me with the friggin' more with less athletic ability than half of Vince McMahon. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, the alternative would be the shoulder breaker, and I don't think you want to do that one.
If you can pick me up for the shoulder breaker, even me posting to help the jump, you deserve all the super chats. I'm over 3 bills as it is right now, so God bless you for it.
Yeah. I'd say do the hoe train, but that one's easy.
Yeah, well, that should be fine. Well, if you're in 20 by 20, a little bit farther around, maybe a 16 by 16, like an indie ring, will be okay with that. Let's see. While we're waiting for the plugs to come in, the super chats. Let me go ahead and do a shameless plug here for UWW's general manager Jenny Santana appearing with us tomorrow on the Jeff Meacham Network tomorrow night, April 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. And as she has stated throughout the month, she's not coming by herself. So curious who she's going to spring on me tomorrow night as we head toward UWW1 as we head for Vegas on May 21st. I'll be up there, of course, on the 20th to officially promote the show. Let's see over here. We have a super chat. No, we're going to go. Okay. Dads will be back on the 15th, which is tax day, which is Jackie Robinson Day, and which in all likelihood will be spring cleaning version 3.0 for WWE. May God have mercy on the superstars' souls and their wallets. But while we're doing that, we're going to be talking about JJ and I's top 10 favorite baseball players of all time. That is coming up on this Friday, April 15th. Next week, as Greg mentioned, Jack of all trades is back on the Greg Cherry brand exclusively. So let me go ahead and get rid of the Jeff Meacham alternate branding because that's not what's going to be happening. That's on Thursday. Next Friday, I actually we actually put this together today. Open mic night. And yes, it's as busy as it looks because we got a lot of stuff to talk about coming up in open mic night. Rebellion coverage on the 23rd of April with, I believe, James Noah for sure, but definitely I'll be there calling all the action on Fight TV and Stat Boy Rants on the 28th on the Jeff Meacham Network, Backlash matches on the Dads and Always in Wrestling on the 29th. And as we announced, because of Dwayne Atkinson and everybody else that super chatted me in the last 12 days, we will be covering Backlash. God help us all.
All right.
Any super
lightning quick. True or false? AJ Styles has won a championship in WWE with a calf crusher.
True.
Was it the Intercontinental?
I believe so.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I know he didn't win any of the U.S. with the calf crusher. I know he didn't win the WWE with the calf crusher, and Omos won the tag team titles for them, so it wasn't that. So the only one I thought of was Intercontinental against Daniel Bryan.
I think it'll be the case. Yes.
Yep. Josh is asking, does the NFC have any chance of doing a darn thing this year? They won the Super Bowl. Josh,
can we show the love here? Can we please?
The Rams are in the NFC, brother.
We need the champs, y'all. Come on, man. Damn. No love for the National Conference. I see how it is.
Listen, I know the NFC East was a joke in the inaugural year of this show, but like
that was almost as bad at running the joke as JJ and I picking on Sid's leg and Roma's shitty horseman membership. Oh, it is false. Well, bitch. Oh,
yeah. Well. I wasn't sure how he beat Daniel Bryan, but
yeah. The second Styles Clash actually won him the championship the first time. I forgot that. That's awesome. So that's cool.
I remember that because he kicked Ambrose in the nuts and then hit him with the Clash.
Oh, there you go.
Good stuff.
Great times for everybody, no doubt.
If you mean next, we'll see. We're not even at the draft yet for us to talk about records. So
hold the brakes.
This is one of those situations where we say it for wrestling, but in this case, we have to let it play out.
Let it burn, baby. Let it play.
We have no idea what players are still going to be on what teams. So we will see it from there. That is going to be it for the Greg Cherry Show. Jeff, as always, thank you very much for joining.
Of course,
thank all of you for joining and getting us 40% of the way to me smashing an egg on my head the first show of May. Next week, we will be back with more. We will be back with the Greg Cherry Show and Jack of All Trades. And we will, of course, announce on Monday on the Greg Cherry brand which 4 people will be competing for the Jack of All Trades Championship. So stay tuned to my Twitter for that announcement. And until next time, for Jeff Meacham, I am Greg Cherry. We will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show. Have a good one.